The purity of sound, the beauty of a picture, is not defined by technology, but in the experience we feel at that moment. The moment that follows, and the moment that follows that.
What's up, YouTube? It is the Audio Olympian back with another video coming to you from Audio Olympia, where the world meets through music, movies, and speakers. Okay, today's video, guys, I got something a little different for you. I just got in, as you saw in the clip right before this, a new demo disc. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I love demo disc. But it's a new one that I got. However, it is a throwback from 1998. So just wanted to talk a little bit about throwbacks and maybe start a little bit of a forum here and find out how you guys started and what got you interested into home theater. I'm going to share a little bit of my story with you, so stick around. We'll get into that video here in a second. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I want to welcome you. Thanks for stopping by. I'd appreciate if you got anything out of this video, entertainment, education, whatever, if you could give us a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. It would mean a lot. Okay, we're back. Thanks for sticking around. So one of the main reasons I really enjoy demo disc is because it allows you to be able to flex the muscles of your system. Not all the time do we have time to sit around and watch a whole entire movie, even a TV show, or listen to music for, extended period of time. So a good demo disc allows you to capture all the nuances and the Atmos sound and the surround and some deep bass effects, all on one disc, multiple things, checking out different sounds. And it allows you to be able to check your system to make sure everything is still in correct operating order. So this is the one that I just got here. It's a Pioneer disc, and I probably have about 24 or maybe more of demo discs that I've acquired over the years. I also made a video a few years ago when I first started my channel. Didn't get many views. I was still a pretty baby channel. I still don't have a whole lot of subscribers now, so if you wouldn't mind helping support my channel, if you could subscribe to it, I would really appreciate that. But I did a video a while ago that was called The Disc That Started It All for me. And that was this disc right here, which was my first demo disc, DVD. I got this and the back of it was either a home theater magazine, could have been audiophile, stereophile, one of those magazines. I used to go to Barnes & Noble years ago, look at all the electronic magazines and wow at the magnificence of all the speakers and the equipment that was out there. You know, the YG acoustics, the Dan D'Agostino amps, all that stuff there, and just dream one day that I would even be able to get to hear those. Since then, I have experienced a lot of those items and magnificent, what I call super systems, everything from my system to home theater in a box, which was my very first system. So I really liked the Kenwood DVD here because I was already a fan of Kenwood audio. So I had a Kenwood system in my car, which many of us started there from car audio to moving into home audio. So my first home theater system was a Kenwood home theater in a box. I believe I purchased at a yard sale. So it was used for maybe like $100. Came with all 5 speakers and the subwoofer. And to me, that was just the system that was my most expensive, most extravagant, but I was addicted to that one. So I watched everything on that system there, and I moved that system all around my house at the time, different rooms, lower level, living room, bedroom, because I just wanted to really catch the full potential of what that system can do. And I would have to say, it wasn't a bad system. Didn't probably have the greatest highs, maybe the mid bass in there was lacking. In even the lower bass, it was a 8-inch 100-watt subwoofer that came with the Kenwood in-box system. So if I were to hear that now, I probably would feel like, oh yeah, this is a bit boomy. But that was my first one, and I loved that. Then And I actually was using that with my VCR. So I really wasn't getting, when I first acquired it, I really wasn't getting a full 5.1 sound, surround sound with it, because I was just using stereo output from my VCR. Until fall of 2000, when I got my first DVD player that I still have today, and that was the PS2, or is the PS2, I should say. I still have this, it still works, and let me tell you, I played this out. I used it for everything. I was a little bit of a gamer, more of the fighting games, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, so I did play this here, and I actually have a really cool story of how I acquired this system and set right here, but that would be for another video. However, my wife got me a gift card to Circuit City so that I could purchase this. I'd mentioned to her that I did want the PS2, not just for gaming reasons, but this was the first device that came out that was going to be a DVD player and a gaming system together, right? So this was very like groundbreaking, and I wanted it, right? So even once I got that system there, I still wasn't using the full 5.1. I hadn't learned how to do that yet, because the cable that comes with is only the interconnects. You got the yellow, the red, and the white for stereo sound, and the yellow one for your video. But I didn't care at the time. It still was a DVD player, and the DVD audio sound, even for stereo, was a lot better than VCR. But I still wanted to experience that Dolby Digital sound, that surround sound. And I knew I wasn't getting it because when I connected it to my Kenwood receiver, my home theater in the box, that did have on the screen, it would show which speakers were actually playing. And then it would come across the bottom there and let you know if it was Dolby Digital, if it was stereo, direct sound. And then you could put it in all the different phases like stadium sound or auditorium, stuff like that. So at most and at best, I was only getting stereo sound. Now I wouldn't even upmix it yet because I was still only using the two interconnects, the red and the white, for stereo sound. Then upon reading through the manual mindlessly, I saw a diagram that showed a different cable that I needed to purchase in order to get the full surround sound, or 3D sound if you want to call it that. I think originally it was called 3D sound when surround sound came back, or at least that was another name of the sound for it. And that was a fiber optic cable, which I probably still have my original one, but that one is long gone. I have no idea where it is. So I ran out to Radio Shack, if you remember those stores there, you guys, and picked up a fiber optic cable and came back home, opened the package up, connected it in the back of my receiver into the back of the PlayStation, put a DVD in, and then bam, right across the Kenwood face on the screen there. All 5 speakers were lit up and it said Dolby Digital down at the bottom. From then on, I was hooked and I couldn't get enough of it. And the sound was just so clean and sharp and detailed, and the bass was nice, thick, and heavy. And it gave me, at that time, back in 2000, that feeling of being in a movie theater, but in my own home. And that's how it all started for me. Fast forward 25 plus years later, I have a pretty good system, started my YouTube channel, just wanted to share some things and information with people that were out there. I originally started my channel here because I was really interested and I loved the Golden Ear line and the products, and there wasn't a whole lot of information out there on YouTube at the time. I want to say maybe around 7 or 8 years ago when I started my YouTube channel. So I decided, well, if there's not a lot of info out there, I guess I'll acquire whatever I can on the equipment. It's all my own purchases. Check them out, study them a little bit, kind of use them in different settings, and then make videos about it for anybody else that was curious about the Golden Ear line. because I know I couldn't find a whole lot of information out there other than a few demos that Goldenear and Sandy Gross did here and there at some shows, but nothing too detailed for it. So that was a little bit of my story of how I got started into home theater, you guys. And let me know down in the comments, what kind of started you? Where are you at in your journey? Are you just beginning? Are you kind of maybe midway? You feel like you got a really good system, but you know later on down the line you're going to upgrade to something even better? Are you at your end all system? Are you happy with everything you got? Are you still compiling components to really try to get that dream quality system that you want? Leave it down in the comments, you guys. I'd love to know where you are in your journey. And thanks for joining, and I will see you guys on the next video.